Ladies and gentlemen, it's this time again where we meet at Road Atlanta. We are back with Indycar iRacing League, and today it's gonna be a very classic circuit, Road Atlanta, which was opened 54 years ago, which is quite a bit. Exactly, it was opened at September 13, 1970, which is probably where most of us weren't alive. But the circuit goes on and the racing here is most certainly awesome. Today we're gonna have 12 drivers, and at this iconic place where speed and precision meets together, we're gonna have quite a few familiar faces. That's the word I was looking for. And yeah, we are back again for the second time in like 3 days. Let me switch to the race overlay and just check if everything is working quite well. So I just gonna do a small rehearsal. Okay, I can hear myself, so it's okay. And yeah, here we go. For 4 minutes before the qualifying gonna start, we have some drivers still fighting for the title. It's let me just go through the results of the previous races, which should be easy. Also, I think Mythic, hello, are you here?
Hello.
Oh, perfect. I just saw you here. It's good that I checked. So we're gonna have Mythic today. It's awesome. I'm loving it. So how you doing? Oh, it's
Oh my god, it's Masik.
Come on.
Oh, hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Halo, czy nas słyszysz? Yeah. So yeah, we are back in the classic commentating trio, War Criminals trio. And
Yes.
let me go through the standings and read it, how it is looking right now. So post round 7, Colin Kinzer is leading, I think. No, Ryan Whitlock.
Could you share the screen for us, Mosquito?
Yeah. Sorry, I just forgot. So, wait a second. The most professional stream ever.
Yes.
So this is not what they're gonna see, but I'm gonna just read the results so they're gonna know. Ryan Whitlock is leading by quite a significant point advantage, 250 points. Then behind him is Colin Kinzer, 216 points, and then there is Josh Brooks, 207 points. Then Stefcho Stefanov and Shadi Ahmad, quite close, 197 and 187 points. Then there is Charles Bertrand, but he misses a couple of rounds, and he gave all of those drivers easy time, I guess, by not showing up or just quitting the round mid-race.
The Charles Classic.
Yes. So that's the very first taste of some overtaking we're gonna see here, as Stefanov goes through. What car is it? It's I think Christian Brian Hill. Let me see. Is the stream working okay? The stream on Discord as well as the stream on Twitch. I think it's not laggy, it should be okay.
Yeah, Discord is fine. Discord is fine.
Okay, the stream looks also
But I-
okay.
Yeah, I checked the Twitch stream and it looked okay as well. Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So, it looks like the lap is gonna be a quite a short one. It has only 12 corners, and 104 is a time, I guess, for what most of the drivers will aim for.
Yeah, it's a. I mean, Road Atlanta is a very short track, very narrow track as well, and yeah, I mean, this is a pretty fast car as well, so it should be a quick lap. And I do wonder how much overtaking we're gonna see, because usually this is a pretty hard track to race, but this car does have the push to pass system, so maybe there's going to be like a fair bit of action down the straight, I imagine.
And also, I think because of how the corners and the elevation works, like you can easily disturb the car, especially like in the section. So maybe we're gonna see some like, heavy pressure moments from the drivers, like maybe making a dummy and just forcing somebody to make a mistake. Maybe, I don't know. Like
Yeah, that's usually how you have to make moves on this track. You just
Yeah.
have to wait for the opportunity and keep the pressure on, because yeah, it's very hard to actually find room to go for anything around here.
so, kind of like Monaco, but like without walls.
It's
Like
yeah, it's
Hungaroring.
like
Yeah.
it's like Monaco body, but fun, basically.
Yeah. I haven't done much laps with any car here, but like I tried, I think a 4 car there, and it was quite loose, especially like around the turn 10 chicane. Like it is very easily disturbed. So I guess Indycar should be more stable, but maybe we're gonna see some moments from the drivers, as the qualifying is about to start right now.
Yep, everyone is going to be on the out lap now. Looks like it's a track where you just go on the softs and try to just get the laps in as fast as possible. So yeah, I guess that's going to be like the main strategy for this qualifying.
I wonder what's the strategy gonna be for the race, especially for Josh, as he is, I think, known for very unorthodox strategies recently. And sometimes it works. Usually it is very close to just work, but it doesn't stick. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting as well, because one of the main ways that you can make moves around tracks like this is to do it on the pits. So I imagine there's going to be people trying undercuts, overcuts, and everything to get by other cars.
Yeah. It's gonna be especially like, it's one of those rounds where probably racing won't be the highest quality, but like the whole atmosphere of it, like, like what's gonna be the strategy, what's gonna be the consistency of the drivers. It's something I'm really looking for, because like in F1 sometimes it is also a case. Like you watch a very boring race on paper, like no overtakes, not many overtakes, but it's like very settled down race. But after the pits, sometimes like the madness starts. So I kind of like those races. So maybe this one gonna be interesting as well.
I imagine that's going to be like the main concern for a lot of the guys that are towards the top, because yeah, it's easy to like maybe to stay one lap too long and lose time in traffic or something. So it's gonna have to come down to like precise execution and just not making a mistake on the pits.
And Colin Kinzer is the first driver to establish the clean lap here. It's 104.1. Then behind him is Josh Brooks, losing almost over a second. Shadi Ahmed managed to get below 105, but it's still 6 tenths away from Colin. As we follow Josh Brooks, let me change maybe to other drivers, maybe to Stefcho, who is on his way, as he looked struggling with 107 for his first lap. And let me remind you, if you don't follow us on weekly basis, the qualifying works like this. You have 3 laps and that's it. You have to make the best you can in just those 3 laps.
And around this track as well, there's the possibility of track limits actually invalidating your lap as well, so you have to be very precise to just actually set the times.
Yeah, it's a very fast track as well, so you can possibly try to overdrive and just go off. And since like the runoffs are also like almost fully a grass, there is a little space for a mistake.
Yeah, if you go off here, you are basically going to Narnia, so you just have to avoid that like at all costs. Especially in a car that's like as fast as this one, it's pretty deadly.
So here goes Stefcho. We are about to end the lap, and Mikko Kontu has managed to jump for P2, but it's still 5 tenths away from Colin. So we are not seeing too many 104s for now.
Yeah, I imagine there's a warm-up period for the tires as well, so there could be like better times here as the session goes on, like second or third lap.
Stefcho goes P6 as we are with Shady actually. I think he corrected us recently. He goes through with his third lap and he managed to go really close to Colin, 104.3, which is 2 times away. And I think we are finished with most of the drivers. I think Shane Ross is about to finish his lap as well. Is there any improvement? No, I don't think so. Yeah, it is even slower than his fastest lap.
Yep.
So the overall qualifying is not so far away. Those guys are really oh yeah, this is what happens if you just mismanage
yeah,
braking.
that's the line. I think it's a pretty good line, as you can see. Oh yeah, that's yep, that's
Yeah,
exactly what I'm talking about. Yep.
The granite line. Amazing. Did something change? Adam Ahmed, I think, also did a lap here with P9. So 12 drivers, most of them within a second.
Ooh,
It should be fun. It should be fun.
I think fun is a bit of an underestimation in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if it's as races on this track usually goes, we're going to see a lot of like very close moments between them. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do.
I am excited as well, and probably our 6 viewers too. I hope we're gonna get even more, because it's gonna be very fun. And you don't wanna miss it. We're probably gonna miss it. I'm probably gonna click on the wrong camera.
Yeah, we're professionals. Don't worry.
Yeah. We
I
are
believe
so
in you, man.
we are so professional that during the Formula E stream, I probably showed the overtake on track like after 5 minutes, because I was able to just correctly time the camera and the overtake.
To be fair, it is a Zero Corsa, and we know that game is basically running on hopes and dreams at this point in time. So I can't say I blame you.
Yeah, but there is like if you wanna hear some technical challenges comes from 2 different games. It's really something you have to adjust to. Like in iRacing, it's quite easy because you have this overlay race control, and then you can use quite easily replays, which is not quite the case in AC. Josh told me that there is somewhat of a replay working right now, but it didn't work for me, so I don't know. And it's still not quite like you cannot just make clips like easily like in iRacing, so it sucks. And then like the cameras, you just don't have a panel where you can select the drivers. You have to do it like kinda on in the game on the I don't know the live timing overlay basically. And here I have like on the second screen I just have the whole thingy.
So it is quite possibly the worst game to spectate in the world.
I think that there are worse. I think the F1 games are just having even more horrific.
No, we don't talk about the F1 games.
They
That's,
don't exist.
Yeah, it's anyways, I did my laundry about 30 minutes ago. I was too busy hanging it, so that's why I wasn't commentating until the end of qualifying, which is right now. I'm very sorry for this.
No, we are professional, and it's good to hear you, man. I really find it exciting as we have 33 seconds to go, and I don't see any drivers there on the grid, which is weird. I think it's still qualifying. Yeah. So
No.
it's not the warm up. Okay. So they finished match quicker than the game expected them to, since this track is having such a such a short laps. This is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, since it's just 3 laps, it basically gets done in like 5 minutes, I imagine, so
Yeah.
it's quicker than the full session time.
Especially since like half of the grid at least just went immediately at 10:00. So yeah. The safety car is here. We're gonna see drivers on the grid soon. Michelin Raceway.
They
Road.
can take the time, you know.
Sorry, what did you say?
The drivers can take the time, as
Yeah.
at least we'll see right now.
Oh, Shane, I think, and Steph are the first one to just show on the grid. Yeah, we are. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, this is how it goes. Let me see some onboards. So we are about to start. Less than a minute. It's gonna be, of course, a rolling start. So this is Ryan Whitlock, current leader. This is Colin, who is, I think, around 30 points short on Ryan.
I think it was like 35,
Yeah,
somewhere around that.
yeah, somewhere close to that. Like, we still have 2 rounds to go, so hopes and dreams are a good expression also for Colin.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what to expect from Colin in his race because it looks like he does have the pace, but if he gets stuck in traffic, I think he's going to lose like a good amount of time. So I don't know if he's actually as safe as it would look like as he starts from pole, but we'll see.
We might see another Montreal race, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, to whoever was not present during the previous stream, it looked like Colin was following Ryan, if I'm being correct, for like almost half of the race, and then on like 3 laps before the end, he just made a move, but it took quite a long way to just make that move stick. So, especially on the track like this, Montreal, I think it's much easier to overtake.
Yeah,
With
for sure.
the
Yeah.
hairpin and the last chicane, and then maybe like, I don't know, first and then like the third corner maybe.
And there's more space where you can make up like good time with the push to pass, so it's going to be a harder move to make on this track.
And Ryan has a long way to go, being stuck in P5. Shadi on softer tires. Also, Olivier Lemaitre also on softs. So it's gonna be interesting for those two. Josh Brooks looks like he's on the same strategy for this time.
For now.
For now.
No.
Okay, he gonna lose the front wing on the first lap. And then the strategy will go to hell.
My
I mean, we'll
prediction
see.
is
I
that,
do wonder if the guys on hards maybe just want to like get rid of the hards as soon as possible, or if the tire wear doesn't allow for that and they have to go long.
Yeah, it might be a strategy here. This is still the old tire model, right? It might change in the next update?
It's changing
Yep.
next season from what I was told, and it should be way better than the current one. Of course, I am extremely biased against this one, so I can't really say anything.
I mean, to be fair, I think the tire model is like the most criticized thing, so I wouldn't expect I wouldn't expect them to not change it, considering that like working on the new version of it with the
And underway we
sports car about
go!
that.
As we are green, 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 and then Colin Kinzer with an excellent, not quite an excellent start, as Shadi Ahmed just went past through him on the softer compound.
Yep.
So obviously it was expected, and I think Ryan Whitlock is having even much more problems there, as he lost the position for Christian Brian Hill. And you can see how they go in the train of cars as Stefan Stefanov goes past by Ryan. It doesn't look too good for Ryan. And he lost another position for Oli on the softer tire.
Oh, stuff just on the grass.
Oh, that's a moment for a Bulgarian driver.
Did at least manage to stay mostly on the track.
Yeah, and he still kept the car going, which is good.
Yep, no push to pass on the first lap, so I would imagine the attacks are going to actually fully start on the next lap. Oh, there's a guy just going
there's a
straight
good
on
guy
him.
coming off, yeah.
Yep.
I believe
I think
that's
that is...
Con too.
Yeah. Yeah, he lost like a good 5 positions on that one actually.
Oh, look. Shane is just getting closer and closer to Stefcho. It is around 1/10. It was actually 1/10 a while ago. Now he dropped to 4/10.
Yeah, in this sector you basically just have to follow the car ahead of you and just try to avoid losing as much time as you can, because it's just extremely narrow and there's not really a lot that you can do.
And the softs are really working for Shadi. Almost 3 seconds clear.
already like, yeah, he cleared the Colin completely off the start with the extra grip on the tires. And here we see the push to pass being used by Oli. He's trying to get this move done as soon as possible.
Yeah, there was nothing to defend for Josh.
And
Maybe he will
he's
try
still under
this
attack
one.
actually. It's going to be, I think, a chance for Josh, yeah, but they're still side by side.
Is he using push to pass
now
though? Like
he's-
he's on the harder compound and he's still able to like be side by side almost.
I don't think he used, at least not as
Yeah.
much as Oli did, because Oli was like fully on it down the straight. I mean, he's on the soft, so I imagine his idea is to just go as fast as possible on this compound and then try to just keep it with the hards later on, because yeah, it's going to be harder to pass.
Ryan Whitlock currently is back where he was a while ago, P5. I think after problems for Stefcho and Mikko. And now he
Yeah,
goes alongside Josh Brooks.
Sliding back south.
And
I think
oh
Miko
my god.
Kontu is losing. Okay, this is a big back here.
Oh
He's
my god.
still under attack.
Yeah, this is amazing. Like, this is what you said, Miguel. Like, they are really close together. It's really hard to overtake, but you can have this pack racing, which is awesome. I love it.
Yep, and the thing is that while it is hard, it isn't actually like impossible to pass, I would imagine. So it's going to be very dangerous for guys that are under attack. Like if you make any sort of mistake, they can get like right up to you and make a move. So you just have to stay clean and make no mistakes.
So this is Boris Liposzczak. 2/10 away from Miko Kontu. Let me move to Ryan Whitlock as he again tries to overtake Josh Brooks. But
I'm on the inside, but
I don't think that's a line you can use to overtake. Although, oh, it looks like he went cleanly and easily past Josh.
I think it's not that simple. They're still going to be side by side, actually. just manages to stay on the track, but he is going to lose another place that I think to Stefja.
But I just by accident chose that camera, and I think it really showed how on the edge he was.
Yep.
And Josh dropped to P9. 5 positions lost at the start. It's a terrible start for Josh.
Still, actually, the one that's lost the most ground at the start is Miko Kontu, who's actually just kind of stuck. He isn't making up the ground that he lost.
Oh, there was almost a contact, I think. Oh, it was a contact between Stefan and Christian Brian Hill.
I think it was okay.
Like that small tap, I think. It was nothing too shabby. Nothing too crazy. And then we're gonna move maybe to our favorite pack racing here.
Actually, I think the gap from Shady is still increasing, so yeah, the softs are working really well for him.
But not for Ollie, as he is struggling to defend against Ryan Whitlock, who after initial problems at the first few laps managed to find his momentum. Of course, Ollie will be able to at least try to respond to Ryan, as there's a difference you can see in how the tires have the grip.
Looks like he doesn't really want to fully defend that one. Maybe Ryan was hard on the push to pass down the straight.
Yeah. You might be right. And you know what's interesting, that we still have all the drivers there on the track. I think Adam Ahmed had some problems, so he's like 6 seconds at the back. We're gonna cover that replay in a few laps, I think, because still we're gonna have a little bit of action on track, so I don't wanna miss it.
Yep.
But we still have like all the drivers after 7 laps, which is a really good sign.
Yeah, and look at the at the train that is forming, like all the way down to like the end of the field. All the drivers are just between like half a second of each other.
Yeah, it's almost from P11 to even like I would say P3. Like P3 has a significant advantage over like P4, but 2 seconds, one mistake, then you. Oh, there is a car.
Yep, that's the mistake.
There is a Christian Brian Hill.
Christian Brian Hill.
You just have to say something, didn't you?
Yeah, bro, I'm just here sitting in the back. I have to say something, man. Make my presence be known.
It looks like that actually made a bit of a gap to P5 there. So maybe a bit of breathing room for Sergio to try and make a move.
But that looks just terrifying. You just go down the hill and you see all those cars behind you, and you know that you cannot make a mistake.
Yep. Yeah, the track itself is pretty scary because a lot of the time you just aren't fully seeing the corner ahead. So yeah, I imagine that one definitely scared the guys running almost into the cutoff.
Kinda reminds me of one of my favorite tracks, personally, like Mont Tremblant. Like, you have a lot of, like, blind corners, elevation changes, and it's kinda short, fast-flowing lap. You go uphill, downhill, and it's not so easy to overtake. So it has a lot of charm as Stepshaw on the grass, almost losing the rear.
I just got a message. This is from Mythic. Minesweeper is an irrelevant shit game. This is an announcement, public service announcement.
Nah, Minesweeper is the GOAT, bro. You have to put some respect on the GOAT.
Yeah, Shal, 5 seconds to Shally for jump starting. It looked clearly like this on stream. You can see the perfect angles here. Broadcast cannot lie. As we are with Shane Rose. Who got two
Also, I
positions.
see, I see Charles made quite possibly the worst joke I have ever seen. He said, "The Olivier Lemay train."
Yeah, I just probably ignored that. I just read it, but I was like, okay, whatever. Now I see what he meant.
That is actually kind of hard to read. I don't know if I'm going to be the same person moving forward.
Yeah, I think it's even worse joke than I made 3 days ago, saying that Bright has a bright future in front of him. I'm still proud of this joke, but
I can tell.
Comment upon, I would honestly. Oh shit, I can't say on stream actually. Take that back.
oh, this train is so scary, man.
Yeah, it is just a scary track.
4 cars in front. And
Someone's gonna have to do summon sooner or later. I'm just waiting for the small smooth brain dive bombers come down to 10. Nothing ever happens.
it will happen. It will happen for sure. I'm not sure when, as... Oh, whoa, Oli? Yeah, Oli goes to the pit lane, okay. And there goes Shane Rose.
Must be fully
So
ready now.
I do wonder if that's scheduled. Because it seems early.
On softs. Maybe? I don't know. Like,
Not actually.
You know, like, usually I've seen like softs tend to last around 10 to like 13 laps. So maybe
I
that
mean, it
was
depends on the track, and since this is a very short lap, I would imagine maybe it's starting to lose grip, but not quite done at this point. I do wonder if this is actually going to be on fuel a 2-stop or a 1-stop race. I would imagine it's 2.
You know, like, this track also has like a lot of fast corners, and maybe the tires are just struggling under the braking zones. Maybe he just...
Yeah, maybe so.
Go for the inside. He cannot make it stick, but he goes for the under and over.
Oh, Miko's actually just going on the grass there. Yeah, so Josh is just going to take that position with a pretty textbook move, I'd say. And yeah, I don't know really what Miko was doing that far outside, but yeah, at least he survived, I guess.
I would say this is the classic Josh Brooks race. You just have some problems at the start, and then you just drive, and then you just back where you were at the start almost.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he sometimes might cause the problems at the start, but at least he survived this time.
Don't say it.
Not doing our job for us. Definitely 2-stop if Shadi pitted so early. Ryan catching Colin also. Thank you for saying this.
Yeah. Shadi indeed has pitted, as I probably missed it. Thank you, Shal, for just being our reporter on track.
The goat, man.
But they
It looks like
still go together. Jesus.
yeah, it looks like the times between Colin and Ryan are very, very, very close, actually. So yeah, it's probably gonna have to come down to like a good run out of the pits, like with the outlap or whatever,
Yep.
or if traffic comes.
I think the outlap, warming up the tires and just as you said, getting through the traffic will be the most crucial part for them, as they are so close. Like, if Ryan wants to really do something, he just really need to stay consistent, keep those times as they are, maybe try to go even faster, but I don't think at this point on this tire you can go faster, and then just, I don't know, wish for Colin to have some problems at the pit stop on the outlap.
Yeah, I mean, if you really need to go faster, you can use the push to us, like really lean on it for a couple of laps and make a good amount of time up. So yeah, if that's something that they need to do, they do have the option.
Miko is finding some unorthodox lines there, but it didn't work. As now we are following Adam Ahmed and Shadi, who is on fresher tires. 4 laps old hard compound.
Yeah, the times from Shay still look okay. It was 105, so yeah, it looks like the tires are still actually working pretty decently for him.
Yeah,
The question is if he gets traffic here.
Yeah, I agree, Sharo.
Oh, Steph Cho is towing. Steph Cho is out, I think.
What happened to Steph? Yeah, he crashed. Let me just follow the crash. So here goes Steph
It's
Cho.
gonna be something very embarrassing. I'm gonna try hold back on the insults.
Oh,
that's a classic.
Oh.
That's super easy to do, actually.
Yeah.
It's a very bumpy part of the track, and it's the downhill as well going up, so can't really blame that. Kind of
Yeah, I understand it, Steph Cho. It happened to me in GT3 a couple of times.
a couple times.
Yes. Be like more than a couple, but we don't talk about them.
So we have the first victim of the high-speed downhill section.
Yeah, and that is actually kind of good for Shady, because that's one less car that was ahead of him on track that could become a traffic issue, but
Yeah, I was about to
he
say.
still has a bit.
Like, I agree with what Shal wrote, that the strategy might not be a very good one. Like, Shadi, as you can see, is just now, he was for a while stuck with Adam. Now he still has a long way to go to just close to other drivers. And yeah, I think even those drivers in the train are gonna have a little bit better chance after the pits than Shadi is right now.
But on that last lap, actually, Colin was like a pretty good amount faster than Shadi. So maybe the idea for him is to try to just use that he maybe got a bit of traffic and
Then
get
go-
him through the pit cycle.
Yeah, and maybe go on softer compound after second round. Something? I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe. Yeah.
It's too much thinking, man. You're not ready.
Charles said he did the MLG. I guess
MLG.
this is not. This is just known as the MLG now.
Okay, so I have to learn another expression. He did an MLG! MLG, man! Yeah. My voice not working quite well for screaming right now. As we
Drink some water, you'll be fine.
go with Josh Brooks.
MLG lots of championship crafting were fully the same way in ARC. That's elbows almost. That's so. Very deserved though.
Wait a second, I got
I guess this is the doing the MLG now officially.
yeah.
Wasik, you fucking idiot! Turn your mic up, and I
Yeah,
did just see.
I increased you a little bit.
Okay, how's the mic now? Hello.
Still a little bit the same.
Okay. Let me. I have an idea. Boom.
Oh, look
boost.
at it! Josh
Hello,
Brooks.
can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Oh my god! And oh my god is what Josh Brooks is doing right now as he goes past Shane Ross,
Oh
I
my
think.
god.
Yep, I think, yeah, he's not going to be close enough, I think, for the switchback or anything. So I think Josh does just get the position done.
This is the classic Josh Brooks race, yeah.
He's up into P3 now, but he has two cars behind him. I'm very interested to see how this will go.
Now we can properly hear you, man. I missed that amazing British voice here.
I tried to mask it a little bit because it's too hard to understand sometimes, but I just can't escape it anymore.
The most British Polish person to ever live.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I am not sure if that's meant to be a compliment.
I mean,
I'll take it as a compliment.
from a Colombian,
Okay.
everything is a compliment.
I guess anything that isn't being Colombian is a compliment, yes.
Still better than being Dutch or Belgian, in my opinion.
You have no idea how bad it can be.
Yeah,
Could be second, to be fair.
yeah. Ryan and Colin are almost identical on laps as also Charles is mentioning, and Josh Brooks is right there with
Yep.
his times. So yeah,
And
he lost
in
10
very-
seconds, but yeah.
Very notoriously quicker than Shady, like on the cards currently. So yeah, it is true that they become faster as the stint goes on, and it could be a pretty close race now out of the pits. I don't know how much time he has lost altogether.
So it might be a terrible call for Shadi, as maybe those tires had a little bit more in them before going to the pit lane.
I mean, I don't know if the softs last long enough for him to like go any further than he did.
Yeah.
Just looks like the hards are working pretty well at this point in the race.
Yeah, but he started on hards and the other drivers
No,
are still...
Shady started on softs, no?
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, he was on... Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah. I thought... Yeah, him and Oli. Okay, I just got a brain lag, sorry.
The real question then becomes if this is actually a two-stop, and it does look like it is just going to be a two-stop, what tire do you finish on? It's just gonna be soft now.
I think so.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see what Shane is gonna do?
I mean, the soft one is reason for like 9 laps before putting in, so they're not going to be that good, I'd say.
Shane in the pit lane. Still, we're gonna see where he left in P9. On the softer compound, you see? So he went for the other strategy.
Yeah, I mean he did start on hard, so
Yeah.
now he's just going on the soft.
Will be the worst strategy ever.
Sean is saying they might actually extend it to one stop, or try to. But the softs will be so bad. On like 3 laps of one stop. Yeah.
I mean, it looks like
Yeah.
there's like for now at least a decent amount of cars that are just committing to making it a two-stop. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually realistically doable to make it a one-stop. We'll see.
Yeah, the softs doesn't look like a fun tire to be on. You just want to get rid of it as fast as you can.
I mean, I would imagine the main
Ooh.
factor is just the fuel. Like, how much would you even have to save to make it a one-stop?
Sorry.
Oh, you always swap the fucking cameras at the worst time. Oh my god, as Oli goes off for turn 1.
Yeah.
How many positions up? Sorry, go on.
No, I wondered what car was that. So and it was Stefcho. So I switched to Stefcho, but it just didn't work. Like Stefcho is unlapping himself right now.
Yeah, I
mean,
like how he just got. Oh my god, go on.
I imagine he just wants to like complete the minimum distance to get points, but we'll see if he keeps going after that. And yep, there it is. They're
Well, he's about
actually just
past
going
one
to be side by
athlete.
side.
Hello. We got past him and we are watching Ollie do nothing. Bright is talking so much right now. Unbelievable.
So Ryan is in the pit lane. Colin is in front of Shady. Like not in the pit lane, left the pit lane. I mean.
Yep. So Colin did just about jump Shady through the pit cycle,
Yeah.
and he did go back to Hearts. So yeah, it just has to be a two-stop at this point. I think it is.
But I wonder if the harder compound gets faster with every lap you go with it. Can Shady just get close to Colin, or Colin has a lot of pace even on the not grippy tire?
I mean, at this point, you would expect the lower fuel and the warmer tires on Shady to be quicker for at least a good amount of time.
Yeah, I forgot about the fuel.
Yeah, it is, I think, not that big of a factor in this car, but it does come up when you are going for long runs on hards. So yeah, the pace should be favoring Shady at this moment.
I do not want to talk about fuel at all, considering what races are in this league.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there is a significant pace difference, half a second between those two on the previous lap.
Yeah, and I think this is where we see like the penalty from following the car ahead of you. You just probably lose a good amount of time. So for Colin, it's very good that he actually got that track position to just try and slow down as much as possible the pace of Shady.
And look at Ryan, 2.6 seconds behind Shady.
And he went very fast there. So I think if these two are just like going a bit slower and maybe fighting a bit, he's going to have the chance to close back up to them and see if he can make any ground up.
Oh, that car looked very unsettled there, and you can see Ryan in the rear as Shady goes past by turn 7. So I think there are 2 close battles right now. 3 actually. Let me switch to this battle right now. Oh, you know what? I didn't use this camera for this race. And it should be fun to see how little you can see in those almost blind corners.
I mean, there's a couple that are just actually fully blind. Like the first sector is pretty hard to judge as you go through it.
There goes Carter. Oh, wrong camera. This one. There's Mikko Kantu still following Shane Royce. He's trailing him by 1 second. So that's another possible close battle in the track.
Yeah, but it is getting under a second now, so I would imagine he can maybe use the push to pass to get the slipstream and start looking for opportunities.
Yeah, and Ryan looks solid there, but still the gap is 2.5 seconds. So
Yeah,
it's
and-
gonna take a while.
They are still doing like basically the same times, all of them, the top three. So yeah, I think that does just favor Colin.
I would say even Josh, but Josh is too far away to just do anything.
For now at least.
For now, at least. Maybe it will change.
Maybe through the pit cycle something can change, but we'll see.
Or like,
The gap is currently, I think, too much for it to come down on pace, considering they are just doing kind of the same times, even Shane as well, so he has to look for maybe something through the pit cycle.
but you know, like one mistake, and you have those at least two drivers fighting for a position, then can just
Yep.
slow each other
Like-
down.
Like someone doing the MLG.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even saying like crashing, but just like going a little bit on the grass, just losing, you know, like a second or two. Then then they go exactly the same time, so you cannot really just even go pass by the other driver, maybe with the push to pass, but still it's hard to overtake here. So
Yes.
it can create a little bit of a tension between like those two drivers, and then for example Ryan can join them, and then maybe Josh, but Josh is too far away. It's even 13 seconds now, so yeah, doesn't look too good. And we go to Boris.
Yeah, and Charles does bring up a good point. The undercut, especially for the guys that still have to use the softs, are probably going to be an option to consider, because we did see like the first few laps Shady using the soft was going way faster than the other cuts, so he might just want to go for an undercut on that softer tire.
Shal, can you borrow me a little bit of your brain cells, because no way I gonna
Honestly.
calculate it.
Honestly, watching this guy speak, I'm thinking the exact same thing. Like, how the fuck does this guy analyze this stuff so much?
It's awesome.
Honestly,
Notorious brain cell hour, Charles Bertrand.
it's so rare to see, especially on any league racing server.
And
Having
it's
been in,
really skibidi, so
I'm not gonna name it actually.
and there is this battle for P1. Just getting a little bit more excited as Shady is right behind Colin in the slipstream, and it looks like he's closing more and more. 10th behind. Was he trying to make a switchback? It doesn't look like, but he just back out of the move, basically.
He was just looking for the inside there, but he didn't quite get close enough to send it on Colin.
It didn't look like both of them were comfortable for the situation they were in. Like they tried to defend and attack at the same moment, but like it felt like maybe there's a crash going. So it is also a case like you don't really want to crash here. So
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to crash anywhere, I'd say, but
yeah, but there are some tracks where like overtaking is easy, and like maybe you can go, you know, like on the tarmac runoff, not on the grass. And here you have very close walls, a lot of grass, and it's also a high speed, so maybe it can cost you a little bit of downforce if you just damage the wing.
I do
He's
wonder.
looking for the inside this time around.
Yep, he is just going. He is going to get it done. Looks like.
Awesome.
I do wonder how long he has on the stint, though. Can't be much longer.
And can Colin respond as he is 2 times away still? Going to a very fast flowing first corner.
It
Uphill and
is
down through the
worth
X's.
noting as well. Ryan made up a lot of ground as these two fought for the lead. Since he's now under 2 seconds, he might be looking more to use maybe push to pass and try to close in on this fight.
This is exactly what I was thinking. If you just allow those two guys battling, then the Ryan has a really easy prey to catch.
Yeah, but if I'm correct, it does look like Shady is going to be going into the pits relatively soon for his last stop, so I wouldn't imagine Colin is looking to fight. Nope, never mind. He's fully on the push to pass, and he's going to look for the inside here.
And it
This might be the
cost him a
dumbest
lot.
thing you can do right now. Like
Mate.
on side by side through 10, 10 and 11.
Yep, there he is. Shady's in. Shady's in.
And Ryan goes by. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
Ryan
not just-
right now is probably the happiest one because this gained him a lot of time, and he still has obviously one stop to do, but he is going to have options to undercut here with the softer tire later on.
He has to be
Imagine-
absolutely locked in right now.
Yeah, I imagine these front two cars are probably going to stop somewhere around lap 40. So until then, we just keep our eyes peeled to see what they can do. And I imagine, yeah, Shade is just going to go into hards again. So it's going to be maybe harder for him later on.
He did literally just use up his push to pass to drag nothing except lose time, so that was probably the dumbest thing he could have done there, but
Also
I think at this rate Ryan is going to catch up to him.
Also Shane
Yep.
Royce in the pit lane, following the same strategy. I love this race already. It's really the mouse and cat game basically. You just try to feel the exact moment, exact strategy, and just execute everything perfectly. But for now, Ryan looks like the one with the best plan for this race.
Charles is asking if we can check Colin's push to pass. I have no idea if we can actually do it.
I don't think I can check it in the overlay. Let me see.
Just go into first person, he says. Maybe the steering wheel shows it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, it is
Okay.
186.
It is 186. And how
yeah.
much does Ryan have, for example?
Uh,
Ryan has a
104.
lot less.
mm,
So it is actually just Ryan going hard on the push to pass to try to make up this ground. And I mean, so far it does look like it has worked for him, but the deficit is going to be, I think, pretty hard to make up later on.
Okay, some battle right now on the track again. Christian Brian Hill does not leave this man alone. Oliver Lemaitre under a lot of pressure from Christian Brian Hill as they go for the battle for P9. And there's also a battle in the front for P5. We're gonna go to that in a moment. Right now,
He was looking for the inside there, was Boris, but Carter didn't let him
and
get
Christian
close
Brian
enough
Hill
to
made
make
the
it.
move in the
Yep.
same time. Let me switch to Boris again because this battle is also going on.
Now he's gonna have the inside for the first corner, but I don't know if that's fast. No, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Looks like he got it. And it looks like actually made use of that. He's looking for the wrong Carter as well. No? Looks like he got maybe a bit too far behind.
Yeah. I think Medic's internet is slightly struggling. Am I correct or is it me?
The Discord thingy says that it's fine. I don't know if it's
Okay.
my end or yours.
Might be me. Hopefully not. Because we are about to see maybe something special for this race. This Ryan Whitlock still going. Let me see how many push to passes he has. Another Mahmoud is. Oh, he used even more.
Just like 4 seconds.
Oh! Ah, there's a
Oh,
contact between those two!
no.
Let's cut across another back. She's a cat shot.
That's Adam. That's Adam. I think that went straight on. And look at the gap at the front as well. It's now half a
Yeah,
second. So
yeah.
yeah, it's
I am keeping an eye on it.
Ryan has been gaining like 2/10 a lap on Colin.
Keeping an eye on it, it was 5-10, like 2 laps ago, but went back 7-10, spent to 8, and but now back to 5-10.
Oh,
So
Ollie's off.
He is.
that was the
Yeah, he
second
was-
time he's doing that.
He was on the push to pass down the main straight to try and get past
It's you know,
Ryan,
it's
but
push to
he
grass right now.
pushed through grass. Yes, excellent.
Oh, it's gonna be an exciting moment for the race. As you can see, those two are gonna get close to the lapped cars. And if I'm being correct, yes, it is Oli and Christian which are battling. So it can really change the dynamic of the front pack. So Adam Ahmed making a move, but we are not going to go there for the time being, as there is...
We're in 3 tenths now.
Yeah, and I do wonder if the guys ahead of them, the lap cars, are going to be aware that these faster cars are coming, as they
Let me
are
check.
also fighting for position.
Yeah, Colin is not using push to pass at all. It's Ryan who is pushing quite a lot.
Yeah, so under 100 now on the push to pass.
Well, as Bright has pointed out, there's quite a bit of dirty on this track, especially for sector 1. So it'll be interesting to see with that part of the track what happens. But the overtake is not going to be on sector 2 and 3, 2 or 3 rather. If I can find my
It's
words.
under half a second as they go out of the first sector, so maybe this is the time for Ryan to go hard on the push to pass and make a move. Yep, he's on the push to pass
The
now.
rear a little bit there. You might see a dive bomb here.
I think like the most optimal thing is to do it like before the lapped cars, because if they're gonna get stuck in the traffic, it might end into disaster, basically.
I mean, the lap cars should be getting out of the way for both of them, but yeah, again, I don't know if they're actually fully aware of it, as they are also fighting for position on the end of the standings.
And on the very narrow track, basically.
Yep, I mean, the only real place to let them by would just be on the back straight, so they just have to wait for that for now. I'm pretty sure, at least visually, that they are now under a second, so in theory the lap cars should be just letting them by here on this back straight.
It's not going to be good for Ryan Whitlock. As
No,
Colin's not going to get the
should be let
slipstream.
by here. It doesn't look like they're moving.
They might be doing it at the end of a straight, but I doubt what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think Colin is actually just kind of sending it. And Ryan is going to just follow right behind him as well.
But
so.
he lost quite a bit, I think. Yeah. 1.3
Yeah.
second.
And what
This
about
is
the
not
what
looking
about the
good
next
for-
car?
Not looking good for Ryan at all.
I think Ryan wasn't expecting that to like for Colin to just ignore.
But
The car
look
in front,
ahead,
it just-
the car ahead didn't move. The
Yeah.
car ahead is actually just slowing down Colin through the first sector.
Yeah.
He's going to get the slipstream on the main straight now. Not the main straight, the back straight.
I mean the lap car should just be moving for Colin.
It gives me a little bit of a goosebump. Say, oh, there's I think heavy lockup.
Yeah,
Maybe
lock up,
there was
lock
a
up.
contact.
Not quite, but now they are just going to close back up again, 6/10. And this lap car just isn't moving.
And the DRTR is probably damaging Colin as well.
Yeah,
Hurting, actually, not damaging, but...
Charles is saying that Christian is actually Ryan's teammate. So I'm not going to
So we
accuse
got
anyone of
slipstream
anything.
gate. We got blue flag gate and PRS going on.
I'm not going to accuse anyone of anything, but this does seem weird.
Yeah.
I'm saying death penalty. He's guilty. Okay.
I forgot that they are teammates, which is changing my whole opinion about this.
I forget that people actually care about constructors and this, not gonna lie.
Now Christian has moved for Colin, and he's just going to move as well for his teammate.
Okay, guilty, kill him. Firing squad.
That I don't know, man. I don't know.
We are okay. Just for illegal reasons, we are not encouraging anyone to do anything. It is in the GTA 5, okay?
Twitch, in-game, this is a joke, but if I'm being serious, I'm talking in-game here, GTA 5, of course, what you just said.
I'm just gonna say that in the Daytona 24 hours, someone got punted for a similar thing. This is all I'm going to say.
You probably deserved it, not gonna lie. Who was it?
The BMWs.
Oh, they deserved it.
But it does look like, even through all of that, the situation hasn't actually changed a whole lot for the front two. And it is worth noting, lap 40, they are probably going to be coming in very soon.
But just, you know, Colin's tires at least got a little bit hurt when he was following Christian. There was a lockup, and there was a lot of like dirty air and trying to just get past by a car who didn't want to move. So yeah.
Yeah, but if they just come into the pits this lap, it's not going to hurt him any longer.
As Ryan within 3/10 of Colin before that straight, because he missed the apex quite badly and lost quite a bit of time there. I think he could have gone and moved on if he didn't make the mistake.
Boris in the pit
now
lane.
I think this lap is probably where Ryan would consider an undercut to go to the softs here, but I mean it remains to be seen if he actually does.
Let us see for a moment what happened to Oli. Push to grass moment.
Wow.
I think he's enjoying the grass.
He and the,
I'm
and
not
the
sure
grass.
why, but he
Okay,
has been on the grass.
I have a nickname
Charles,
for him. I have a nickname.
Charles, I have a nickname too. Charles, can you go to the Discord and rename Ollie to the lawnmower right now?
Yeah, I was about to say like the Belgian lawnmower.
Oh, they're going in.
Oh, they're both going in.
Colin was marking like he was not going to the pit lane, but he went in the end.
And where does Shady come out? Does Shady jump them, or are they going to just stay ahead?
It's 23 seconds, I don't know.
It's gonna be close. I think it's going to be close. There they go. They are stopping now.
Oh, it feels like forever.
I think they're gonna come out ahead. Shady's on the push to pass, trying to make it, but they are just a fair bit ahead actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7 seconds. So it looks like his strategy wasn't the greatest of calls.
Yep.
Ooh. Those...
It's gonna be softs for both of them, but yeah, I mean the fastest laps of this tire are probably going to be the first few, so I don't know if it is going to have a chance here to close this gap.
Well, the outlap is going to be quite slow here as they're going to be struggling for temperatures, but after this one they're going to be pretty fast for, I'm guessing, 2 laps, then they fall off.
I would say it's worth mentioning that Stefcho, who had his...
Oh, Ryan! At the moment, when he goes to the wall, he just barely misses the wall.
Half MLG moment.
Oh my god.
And now goes Shady.
Shady's going.
Shady gets a free position out of that. Ryan's in the bin. Rest in peace.
Oh, and the tires are going to be suffering for Ryan probably.
Oh, definitely they're gonna be overheating right now.
But they are still probably quicker than Shady's, I'm not sure, we'll see.
I was about to say, like, it's good to mention that Stefcho, after his MLG moment, before Ryan did half MLG moment, you know, he just recovered his P9, he's towing, actually. So something, yeah, he crashed in the meantime.
Did he pull an MLG again?
I think so. He was having the fastest lap of the race for a while.
Look at Ryan, push to pass down the straight. is gonna just get the move done. Looks like.
Well, that's illegal push pass right there.
Yep, and Shady, I'm not sure if he has. Oh, God, Shady.
Oh, Shady. No, he's not. Alright, so it seems like Ryan did not lose or gain anything there.
Yep, so now it just looks like unless Colin makes a mistake, he's just going to take this one. He set the fastest lap by like a second on the softer tires.
Now, Bright is saying it is quite true. I do think Shady will lose quite a bit. Shady is going to lose quite a bit of time here, and Josh is going to fall. He's going to another podium.
Ooh!
No, not quite. Josh is like almost like over 9 seconds behind, so it would take a pretty big mistake from Shady to have Josh pass him.
Yeah. Let
9
me see what
seconds
happened
behind. And
to Steph Cho. MLG moment again. Yeah, exactly the same thing.
Oh my God.
He just fully bent into the wall there. Shout out to Steph Show for staying alive here. I respect it for still being in the race.
And yeah, this is Ryan.
Yeah, it basically was the same thing, but he barely managed to stay out of the wall.
Yeah, let's back to the race again with Ryan. Oh, the race looks like it settled down a little bit.
Yeah, but it's going to be a couple of laps to the end, so I don't know if there's going to be enough time for any gaps to be closed here. Especially since Colin is basically flying.
Josh Frouds is currently, I think, enjoying his time in P4. Quite a lonely spot. 8 seconds to the car in front, 17 seconds to the car at the back of him.
I mean, the gap is closing, but I don't think there's going to be enough laps remaining for him to actually get anywhere.
But yeah, this is what I said. This is the classic Josh Brooks race. Out of nowhere, just recovering and being in his own comfortable place.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like
he's just kind of calculating the corner as he goes through.
It's like the smallest of sleeps, but you know, like for me, it is still giving the goosebumps because like you don't know if you're gonna react. Me for sure wouldn't react. But this is why I sit here and talk, and those guys are just the modern gladiators battling each other. Are actually cruising right now, as we can see the huge gaps between all of them.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that neither of them actually just binned it on the last corner, but they survived.
We see the white flag. White flags are out. Last lap.
Yep. So we're gonna probably follow Colin quite a bit since there's nothing interesting going at the track.
Okay, so he's gone past the MLG corner. He can't really fuck up anything from here on out.
Why are you trying to jinx him?
Because I'm like that, so I'm very mean.
Like, it would, to be fair, be pretty funny if he did just win it, but...
Dude, it's the Polish black magic, bro. You cannot comprehend this.
He's weaving down the straight, which is scary. I don't know if I would do that if I were him, but he is currently.
I called
He's
this,
very confident, but like, is he going to be confident after he spins out into the next corner?
Imagine if he actually just spun.
It is not weaving on the straight. This is the Indy 250 line. Whoa! Whoa!
he kind of...
And Colin Kenza is a winner.
He's done that, ladies and gentlemen.
As Ryan Whitlock just crosses in second and finishing off the podium, Shadi Ahmed in third.
Okay, so we done, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, Colin Kinzer is your race winner.
And Charles mentioned that without the the two drop races being counted, the gap between Colin and Ryan was actually 1 point in the championship. But it does look like after today, Ryan is going to be no longer in the lead of the title fight.
That's interesting, as Ryan Whitlock finished P2. Shally, with his not the greatest strategy, settled down for a P3, lost 1 position during the race.
I mean, he gambled on the early softs, but it just didn't work out for him. So
There's Josh Brooks as well, finishing the race in P4. Shane Ross P5. Christian Brian Hill, after a lot of maybe not the frustrating moments, but whoa, but like a lot of adventure there, with especially Oli. I think managed to get P6. Then there's Boris, Carter, Steffshaw P9 again, after being like towed 2 times. He's about, I think, to finish a race right now.
but how did he get ahead of Oli?
Because Oli crashed again.
But but Steffshaw crashed twice.
And Oli crashed twice as well.
Did he? Oh, okay. Oh my god. I guess we now see why his car is sponsored by NASA.
Even worse joke than I
Hasn't really
did.
gone that far, yeah. I'd say that's more like a Delta Airlines thing. Taking off and landing.
Yes, the good old post-race mayhem never change.
This is the adult stuff, I'm not gonna show it.
It looks more like SpaceX, that's true.
Okay, so that's it for today, as we are still 2 rounds to go, if I'm being correct, right?
Yes.
Let's check.
Let's check the
Ooh, I'll be
calendar.
commentating. I'll be commentating.
Oh, next week is
but I'm actually
Interlagos.
gonna be racing.
Ooh, Interlagos, yes, baby.
I am praying that my will is working for the next one because I really want to do Interlagos.
Well, boys, get your predictions and what's gonna happen in Lagos.
Probably something that we don't expect. That track likes to be weird at times.
Okay.
but
What I'm saying
Listen,
is,
we need
what I'm saying
Darcy.
is, Josh Brooks is gonna plant a P4 on track and he's gonna take out the leaders. I'm calling it.
Is that so?
Let's clip it and just. I really want to see Dark Z and Austin racing there.
I'm gonna be racing the next week. It's at Lagos. They have to.
I hope we get the whole squad assembled for Interlagos because that one is always fun to race, and yeah, the title is heating up as well.
I would also like to race, but I think being like 2 laps behind you is less fun than just cursing you. So I'm just gonna stand in front of microphone for that race. But just remember, this is not the last thing we have for you with the PRS racing. We're gonna have on Friday the comeback again of AC Formula E, and it is
But
Melbourne.
that's next week, no?
Is this next week?
It is next week. Yes.
It's next week.
No, it's.
Yeah, there's a break week after.
There's a
pre-season.
break week?
Yeah. After pre-season, we always have a break week.
Okay, so yeah. Let's listen to that in the next week, so it's gonna be working. I am 1 week ahead. Okay, so in 2 weeks. Okay, like in 1 week. So sorry, in like
Yes.
two
Yes.
Fridays,
Five,
yeah.
5 days. 5 days.
TLDR, we have
you?
racing.
Sorry, I'm having a stroke. Okay, but it's gonna happen anyway. So just test the car. Just all you need to have is to own the car. Just do a couple of laps. Get a livery. Get a teammate and just join us, because it is looking like maybe even 20 cars on the grid. We have an attack mode, which is fun. So we really encourage you, if you haven't tried it, to just join. And if you really want to have as much fun as we had today, also join next week with the Indycar. Interlagos.
I actually like the. It turns out the first race of Formula E is in fact on the 14th, so it is next week.
So I was
I
right.
did just say a bunch of times it's 5 days from now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but you're just messing with me, mate. I didn't.
don't know
Stop
when we-
gaslighting, Monster.
when we
Stop
changed-
gaslighting.
Yeah,
Stop gaslighting.
So okay, so I got gaslight by my own
yeah.
countrymen. Jesus Christ, this is like the Polish civil
Yeah,
war.
I said 1 week, man. I didn't say 2 weeks.
No,
I said 1 week.
it's my bad. It's my bad. I don't know
Yeah.
when we removed that break week, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna
For
remove
the-
the mythic. We're gonna remove remove it right now for just.
Oh, ban him, ban
Oh,
him,
no.
ban him.
Okay, so
It's over.
I've
So over.
I think it was a fun one. So see you next week for the double header actually.
Yep. First of, I think a couple for now. So yeah, I hope that everyone is ready for this next week of racing, and see you.
I am excited and ready for that. Thank you for joining today. Congratulations for all the drivers today. It was almost a clean race, very fun and very exciting. And we look for more, especially on Interlagos. We are looking for actually maybe more packed grid than today. And yeah, we are Proton Racing Series. My name is Mikołaj Skulski. With me were guys.
Oh, mate. Hello, Mateusz Wąsik and
Of
with
course,
us.
myself, Miguel
Yes.
Soto. Thank you for joining us.
Myself,
And see you
yes.
next week.
See ya and have fun.